At a rally in London, Ontario on Friday, the crowd jeered as Mark Carney delivered his main campaign message about the significant threat Canada faces from its neighbor. "President Trump is attempting to undermine us so that America can dominate us," the Liberal leader cautioned. "Never!" supporters shouted in response. Many waved Canadian flags attached to hockey sticks. Similar levels of enthusiasm were evident at the Union Hall, where Pierre Poilievre welcomed excited supporters in the Toronto area earlier in the week. The Conservative leader has attracted large crowds to rallies nationwide, where "Bring It Home" serves as a rallying cry, both a call to vote for a change in government and a nod to the surge of Canadian patriotism amid U.S. tariff threats. In the final hours of a 36-day campaign, Donald Trump's influence looms large. The winner of Monday's election is likely to be the party that can persuade voters they have a strategy for dealing with the U.S. president. National polls indicate that the Liberals have held a slim lead heading into the final stretch. However, Trump is not the only element at play. He was mentioned only once in Poilievre's campaign speech. The Conservative leader has focused more on voters disenchanted by what he describes as a lost Liberal decade, promising a shift from a government he accuses of causing the housing crisis and a sluggish economy, as well as mishandling social issues like crime and the fentanyl epidemic. His message resonates with voters like Eric and Carrie Gionnet from Barrie, Ontario. They have 2 daughters in their mid-20s and said this was their first political rally. "We're fairly financially stable, but I worry about them," said Eric Gionnet. While he and his wife were able to purchase their first home at a young age, he noted, "There's no chance their children will be able to do the same." "I'm thrilled to be here," said Carrie Gionnet. "I'm optimistic." Tapping into voter discontent has helped opposition parties unseat governments in democracies worldwide. Canada appeared poised to follow suit. Last year, the Conservatives maintained a 20-point lead in national polls over the governing Liberals for months. Poilievre's ascent to become the country's next prime minister seemed assured. Then a series of unexpected events occurred at the beginning of 2025, reshaping the political landscape: Justin Trudeau's resignation, Carney's subsequent rise to Liberal leader and prime minister, and Trump's return to the White House with the ensuing threats and tariffs. By the time the election was called in mid-March, Carney's Liberals were polling closely with the Conservatives, and by early April, they had edged slightly ahead, according to national surveys. It has been a remarkable turnaround. Once seemingly finished, the Liberals now believe they could secure a 4th consecutive election win, and possibly a majority in Parliament. Carney is presenting himself as the individual most prepared to face this crucial moment, a steady central banker who helped guide Canada's economy through the 2008 financial crisis and later the UK through Brexit. For Conservative voter Gwendolyn Slover, 69, from Summerside in Prince Edward Island, his appeal is puzzling. "Many people view Mark Carney as some sort of savior," she remarked. "It's the same party. He's just one person. And he won't change anything." For Carney's supporters, they see a strong background and a composure that has eased their worries over Trump's threats of steep tariffs and repeated insinuations that Canada should become the 51st U.S. state, though the president has commented less on Canada during the campaign.
I said that he did, but the president, to be clear, oui, il a soulevé, c'est correct, mais il a soulevé beaucoup d'enjeux, mais la discussion au sein, c'est une discussion de pays souverains. Sorry, Mackenzie, I should be answering you in English. Him raising something, and then where the discussion is, he has these things in his mind. This is not news. He raises it all the time, okay? But then the question is, what's going to be done with it? And does he understand where we stand, but more particularly where I stand? He is under no illusion